That's perfect example of how you could potentially have people that are just born with it. They pick it up almost through osmosis around them by listening to music when they're younger, by listening maybe their parents singing around the house, and they just pick these things up.
Run, run, lost boy, they say to me.
ये जो मोहब्बत है ये उनका है काम और महबूब का जो बस लेते हुए ना मर जाए मिट जाए हो जाए बदनाम रहने तो छोड़ो भी जाने दो यार हम ना करेंगे प्यार.
So I want to just talk a little bit about the way that he's phrasing things. He's got much more of a wide mouth opening than I found with many Indian singers. Generally, they're singing more from a little bit more of a guttural placement, like more closed mouth, placing it a little bit further back in the throat. Whereas here, he's got it very much forward, opening the jaw nice and wide as he's singing a lot of these vowels and allowing it to come very forward in the front of his face. So like there's a lot of ping and resonance to his voice. I think it's very interesting to listen to more modern Indian singers. And then this from 1971. I mean, I don't know if it's just him. I have not listened to enough Indian music to really make an informed judgment on this, but it's just very interesting to note. Never formally trained, wow. That's perfect example of how you could potentially have people that are just born with it. They pick it up almost through osmosis around them by listening to music when they're younger, by listening maybe their parents singing around the house, and they just pick these things up. Although I think a lot of what makes a natural singer is the informal education that they get in music from a very young age. So often, if you find a untrained singer that is very good, they probably had parents that sang, grandparents that sang, they sang at church, at, temple, wherever it might be, and they had exposure to music and to singing. So it's not that it's completely inborn. I believe that there is an aspect there that's most likely also nurtured out of them. It's the nurture-nature question, I think, very much applies to this. And I firmly believe that there is a nature aspect to it, but I think nurture also plays a big role in these seemingly untrained, natural, born singers.
सागर नया सागर कोई ले ले मेरे खुदा दिल से कोई किसी के न खेले दिल टूट जाए तो क्या हो अंजाम ये जो मोहब्बत है ये उनका है काम और महबूब का जो बस लेते हुए ना.
And he's pitch perfect. I mean, in 1971, they were not putting any auto-tune or any sort of, pitch correction on his vocal. His vocal is pretty dead on. And with Eastern music, there are a lot of difficult switches between notes because they're not working with the regular chromatic scale that Western music is built on, which is much simpler. They're using modes that are a little bit more difficult and complex, but he's doing it incredibly and is bang on the pitches as he's singing it. So if you guys find with your own voices that you're having difficulty matching pitch for pitch within a song, maybe you're trying to sing this one or something else, and you're really finding it difficult to know which pitch you should be on, you should definitely check out my lesson subscription down below. There you're going to learn everything about pitch accuracy and really being able to nail each and every pitch that you hit. There's a very complete course on that down below. Yeah, see, like with that sort of ornamentation, it's very hard to be bang on pitch like he is, but he is. He's doing an amazing job.
भी जाने दो यार हम ना करेंगे प्यार रहने तो छोड़ो भी जाने दो यार हम ना करेंगे प्यार
And you can definitely see that he has quite a bit of range. He doesn't hold out a lot of super high notes, but in that he goes, ah, he's throwing his voice up quite high in his range, and you can't do that if you're not able to hit certain notes.
आंखें किसी से न उलझ जाए मैं डरता हूँ यारों हसीनों की गली से मैं गुजरता हूँ
Also, watch his facial expressions and how expressive he is with it. He's not thinking about the technique and being on this note, then on this note, and using chord closure and using airflow. He's not thinking of all these technical terms. He's thinking about the emotion, the driving force behind the song. And that's really what makes an amazing performance, is that he's really expressive and he's really using his main focus and his mental energy to really bring out the emotion of the song. And that's what makes a truly great performer. Whether you have a great voice or not, if you're not focused on that, it's not going to turn out to be a great performance. Incredible ending there. So the way that he held that last note, very, very good. It wasn't quite a belt because he was putting a little vibrato on it, but he was in a belting position, meaning he was very wide. Ah! More of a wide sort of approach to the vowel as opposed to ah, which would be more of a mix. So I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please check out that one right there. You're gonna like it too.